Can one and all. I, Swati Prajapati, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department, Parul Institute of Engineering and Technology, Parul University, find a great pleasure to welcome you all on this webinar on innovation and research challenges in India. So today we have with us Professor Ramesh Chandra Panda. The Professor Ramesh Chandra Panda, which is a professional with a distinguished career of over 14 years of industrial and academic experience, providing educational engineering projects and training solutions to individuals. A research guide and editor and reviewer of 6 international UGC CARE listed and Scopus Index journals. The Professor Panda has authored 12 textbooks named Industrial People Management, Joy of Engineering and Management, that is interdisciplinary, bridging gap between the education and industry requirement. The Professor Ramesh Chandra has published 28 research papers and 78 research patents that research copyrights under Intellectual Property Rights of India and index at WIPO Switzerland. He has granted 21 Australian patents and filed more than 29 Australian innovation patents. To establish himself in the field of education to utilize this skill and experience to help the students to achieve high improvement in a career. The Professor Panda, self-directed, enthusiastic editor with a passionate commitment to institute development and learning experience. He has skilled in a design of challenges, enriching and innovative activities that address the diverse interests and need of students. Currently, he is a Dean, Research and Development Cell, Synergy Institute of Engineering and Technology, Odisha. Now, I would like to invite Professor Ramesh Panda sir to give his expertise in innovation and research under the title of Innovation and Research Challenges in India. I welcome you, sir. Sir, now I hand over the session to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. First of all, I'd like to pay my gratitude the Vice Chancellor, Principal, Deans of different departments, faculties and students of Parul Institute of Engineering and Technology. Special thanks to Swati Prajapati ma'am for giving this opportunity to explore all my innovations together related to new destructive technologies, innovative venting and your technological integrations, sustainability approaches, few of my innovation into medical science. Let make this webinar more interactive. Ma'am, I like to know that what kind of practices you guys are really following before going for any research publications or innovations, patent, or formulating any kind of research drafts.
Sir, actually, yeah. Actually, this is a live streaming, so I only you and me are communicating to each other.
Okay.
So basically, no one can ask or no one give the answers. So
okay.
this is
only
a one way. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Let me tell you, before going to any kind of research work, you formulate the challenges first. Challenges in right side and keep all your problem statement. Combining both, you can achieve a great success into research problem statements. Before few days back, we collaborated with KIMS Medical College, Bhubaneswar. Let me tell you, few of my potential innovations are into medical science, cost-effective thermal matrices to avoid hypothermia for neonatal patients, remote assisted compactable device for jaundice treatment, oromotor simulation. Oromotor simulation, it's a delicate vibratory, electromagnetic vibratory that will help to develop the muscle chins of newborn baby or premature delivers, so baby can suck and swallow mother breastfeeding properly. One of my innovation may motivate the youngsters. It's a sterilized laminar flow workstation for neonatal intensive care units. Deep learning approaches we implemented together. Deep learning for easy detection or early detection of newborn skin diseases like your milia, hepatitis, your ringworms, pink pimples. Using Python programming database, we try to find out some similarity index for easy detection of newborns or premature delivered skin diseases. Nowadays, we are working with COVID. Your oxygen concentrators. We formulated the design of cost-effective oxygen concentrator for COVID-19 with one research scholar from IIT Delhi. Nowadays, we are working for artificial intelligence-based surveillance system for easy detection of oxygen leakage at inventory level. I heard that Parul University started one oxygen manufacturing center there. And my third innovation on oxygen concentrator is artificial intelligence based patient activity. As you know, different levels of COVID infections are there. Accordingly, the facial expression and the physical activities of patient also changing. Keeping that into constant, we may formulate the easy flow controls of oxygen for the patients. So for that we are working together nowadays. So the real practice of higher educations to understand the problem statement, how we are integrating our theorems, whatever we are learning from textbook, practices, engineering practices, together with parental blessings. Without blessing, you can't achieve anything in your life. So obviously, our elders, our seniors, right, we have to take their blessings to combine together to formulate such kind of venting ideas, ideations into realistic problem statement, realistic product development that will helpful for the society. This is my view. People to people views are different. My view is, unless until you implement your knowledge, expertise based to understand the problems, societal problem statement, and to help the society in terms of any product, because product is the highest form of education that coming from the innovation. Innovation will come when you will reach with your technologies, when you will reach with your fundamentals, when you will reach with all the theorems you are learning curricula, right? Then only you can think of any new innovations. We do remember Isaac Newton for his dedication towards society. Whatever things he learned, he tried to implement into realistic problems, realistic projects, or any kind of products. So that still we are remembering, still we are learning Newton's law of first, second, third, gravitational. So this is supposed to be the prime agenda. How come we enrich ourselves, motivate ourselves to help society, not to earn certificates? Certificate is a piece of paper. Anyway, you can find during this COVID time how people invested. Students, faculties, scientists, startups, incubators, call for proposal from different ministries. They put their effort best to motivate students and institute together, university together to come with venting idea, new ideations, new product development. You can take example of cost effective your, what is that called, your disinfectant sanitizer tunnels, low cost masks, PPEs, herbal sanitizers, sanitizer gels, remote assistant, your healthcare monitoring systems. One of my innovation is there. 5G based optimized controlled humanoid robot with IoT based handheld ECG machine effective for intensive care units. Remote education system, online learning system, many software came to market. Earlier we are not aware about Zoom, Google Meet, WebEx, Microsoft Team. Slowly people invested their intellect together and formulated such kind of products. May it's a realistic product, visible product, or any kind of software related product that is helpful for the society. And before making any product, person must supposed to reach with their particular expertise area. Share my slides, please. Next. Next. Here is some showcase of synergy innovation. I don't want to showcase actually. This is the work done by few of my research mates, research scholars, students. Earlier we delivered 2 more webinar at Parul University. This is the 3rd webinar of mine. Anyway, sustainable solar assisted all natural clay cool refrigeration system. It's a sustainable approach using one that is called your solar panel, one motor, DC motor, your one that is called battery and inverters. It's a clay cool refrigeration system. IoT based sustainable manufacturing of organic fertilizer. Earlier it was ideations. Now it's under prototype. When I came contact with your principal sir, Nevada sir, that time it was ideations. Now I filed patent for the same, Australian patent and Indian research copyright. And through Prestige Institute of Engineering and Research Management, we are developing its prototype. I have granted it. Air of water, it's a water extractions, drinkable water extraction method, and it's humidity dependent completely. As I already told you, 5G based optimized control humanoid robot with IoT based handheld ECG machine effective for intensive care units. Robotic process automated, center shift mechanical ventilator. We work for one more innovation that is for a stretcher for operation theater using some magnetic strips, automated guided vehicle mechanisms, one digital display with 12 different numbers of sensors to understand patient monitoring, formulation and preparation of alcohol-free herbal sanitizers, e-Vidyalaya. It's a portal like your Zoom and Google Meet that will be helpful for the students and facilitate faculties for better learning, exchanging class notes, online lectures, video lectures, online attendance, ERP systems, smart carbonless cooking gasifier to avoid the disease like bronchitis. More than 6 to 7 lakh women here in India dying due to bronchitis due to high rate release of carbon percentage. Right? IoT based, cost effective, smart, sustainable water purifier, and adopting, researching innovative treatment technologies for hospital wastewater and detecting COVID infections. Apart from these innovations, I have one prototype development into BreathBox. Now it's in process under Chandigarh MSME. It's a compact rocked ventilator, box fitted compact rocked ventilator between your 15 kgs with 5 kg oxygen cylinder with digital display to understand patient conditioning, PEEP pressure, Pultau pressure, inlet pressure, outlet pressure, like this. So this way we can, this is the best practice you can say. This way we can help our society with our intellect based. We all are, into higher education. We are forming our society. Our responsibility being a faculty or being a professor, my responsibility to learn. Learning is supposed to be a greatest, contribution for the society. When you learn, society will learn. When you will stop learning, society will, stop developing itself. During this COVID, you can understand how it impacted educational sectors. How students, faculties, institutes, universities all are suffering together. Rather moving forward 1 year, right, we are running back. We are not able to access our students properly. Everybody, everywhere you can find the difference. Those students earlier used to sit in classroom, they are not attending online classes. Hardly 10%, hardly 10 to 15%, if I'm not wrong, hardly 10 to 15% students, they're not finding that much beauty in lectures. The well demonstrator, whatever you're producing in classroom, we are not able to find. And this is an opportunity also for faculties. For new learners, it's an opportunity. They are getting plenty of time. My topic today is innovation and research challenges here in India. With my knowledge based, there is no research challenge. If we are not doing research, that means we are not producing that much interest, motivation within us to learn some new. Everyone is supportive. Government is supportive for research. Producing number of, call for proposals. You can find in internet, DST, METI, Technology Development Board, SSIP in Gujarat. They're producing plenty of fundings. I will appreciate two of your professors from Parul University. They cracked one, project funding of 1.25 lakhs. I do appreciate. Our society needs such kind of persons together. Every institute is supportive. If you are learning, producing some best, bringing some benefits, social research-oriented benefits, may in terms of a publications, may in terms of a chapter, may in terms of a patent, may in terms of innovative product, is the name and fame of institute. With my knowledge base, everyone is supportive. Only the barrier is our willingness to learn some new. We are not putting effort best. We professors are not putting effort best. Unless until we learn some new thing, how we can motivate our youngsters. Young generation, young mass, we are preparing for the new age generations. Difficulties are there, constraints are there. In between, we have to satisfy and fulfill the requirement also. This is the requirement, societal requirement, that a teacher, a professor, a educator must learn. I'm a good learner. I can justify myself. I learned 3D printing. I learned Python within this 1.5 years. You can find hundreds of patents. More than 35 patents already granted, fewer under examinations. I'm also a teacher like you. Anyway, come to next slide, please. This is the best of innovation under guidance of Dr. Santosh Panda and Narendra Goswami from SCB Medical College and MKCC Medical College. The problem statement is, here in India, more than 21% of newborn babies dies due to hypothermia. Hypothermia is a temperature difference disease, you can say. When baby inside mother womb, the exact body temperature is supposed to maintain 36.5 degrees centigrade to 37.5 degrees centigrade and core temperature 28 degrees centigrade. But when baby comes outside, not able to cope up with atmospheric conditions, because atmospheric temperature always fluctuating. If there will be a less of 2 degree temperature, fluctuation of 2 degrees, that leads to mild or you can say severe hypothermia. And what's the consequence? Consequence is baby may go for coma or side paralysis. With the same context, the ICU facility available are very expensive one. Per day you can say 20 to 25,000 rupees, depends. And the machineries available in ICU ranging cost from 6 lakh to 15 lakh rupees, which is not easy affordable for common man. The person who is earning 20,000, 30,000 per month, it's not so easy to, expend 10,000, 15,000 per day. So keeping with this problem statement, with my student and some research scholars, we developed one innovation that is called indigenous thermal matrices to prevent neonatal hypothermia. Next slide, please. Here you can find the equipment available for ICUs, open heart system, closed heart system with some digital display. The product cost is, left side is 6.5 lakh, right side is 12 lakh rupees. Next. So to avoid all these difficulties, we develop one product cost of 700 rupees. So far, we are not integrated artificial intelligence and for promoting sustainability, or you can say easy charging of this device. We may implement one what is that called a rechargeable battery also with a 3D printed casket. So for this innovation, we integrated 0.5 gauge copper wires with some insulating covering, 2 layers of thermal matrices, one automatic temperature control sensors with 2 modes of operation, one between 35 to 36.5, second one is 36.5 to 37.5. If you want means I can showcase you. This is the product. Kindly look into my video. Here you can find. This is called thermal matrix. We printed it using a 3D printing. I think all people are, aware about 3D printing. This is the thermal matrix. So like this way we need to formulate the problem statement, understand the societal challenges, and implement our education theory. These are the things we are learning from books. Circuit diagrams, sensors, 3D printing, right? So this is where I can define the challenges supposed to satisfy. Number one, it will reduce the cost. You can find where the price of 15,000 expenses per day with costly machines, price of 6.5 lakh to 12 lakh rupees, and where this product standing at 600 rupees fulfilling the same requirement. For this innovation, we filed one Australian patent, we granted it. One Indian research copyright, we granted it. Next. IoT-based solar-assisted sustainable farming robot for spraying, seeding, harvesting, and monitoring. As you know, farming is the biggest human industry, right? More than 60 to 65%, you can say 70%, people sitting at urban and semi-urban, completely dependent on farming. So what's supposed to our role? What's supposed to role of a educator or intellect society? To find out the problem statement. Where our farmer exactly facing the problem? What's supposed to do to develop the productivity, yield of the farming? This is the time where we can integrate new technologies, sensors, artificial intelligence, robotic applications, cloud operations. Now we are working for flight drones. Fly drones is a automatic surveillance system and crop health monitoring system with Dr. Jali Masi, Prestige Institute. We developed one mechanism of robotic hands for plugging and harvesting groundwater underground vegetables like your potato, onion. So like this way, when as a professor of Lingayas University, few of my students, we invented one robot that is called Robha. For this innovation, we filed the patent. Why we are filing patent? To bring the validations, research validations. I'll let you know what are the innovative steps you're supposed to consider before filing a patent. After finish of this, project, I'll let you know. So using 21 different type of sensor we integrated to understand soil conditionings, atmospheric monitorings, automatic irrigation system, automatic visualization system, long range LoRa device we implemented here for working range up to 6 km. So for this innovation, we filed one Indian patent. It's under examinations. And we granted one Indian research copyright. Before filing any patent, we need to very clear what's supposed to be your title of your innovations. Right? It's supposed to carry the objective, outcomes, and technology you are exactly integrating to develop these innovations. You need one abstract, well demonstrated abstract, defining its working principle, few lines about the working principle, technological integrations, and how this innovation shortly helpful for the problem statements. Then you have to define its introduction, working principle, one well demonstrated diagram, societal benefits, how come you reach your target audience, marketing strategy, innovative marketing strategy. Now, marketing is very difficult. Even if in institute level, if you can, so will understand, it's very difficult to reach your target audience. So you have to come with marketing strategy, innovative marketing strategy, business plan. Unless until you develop the prototype, there is no use of your innovations. Incubation time frame analysis, budgetary allocation, how much money, man, materials, facilities required to develop these innovations. Next, cost-effective water filtration using industrial fly ash waste. Nowadays, all ministries, funding agencies like your DST, METI, MSME, Government of India, startups, private and government universities, incubation houses, technology development board, all are focusing based on industrial waste management, reuse and recycle of byproducts. So with this context based, I developed one innovation that is called cost-effective water filter. It's a filter cartridge, filter cartridge, cost of 10 rupees only, using industrial fly ash waste. What we did exactly, we added 60% by weight of your fly ash, 20% by weight of your binders. Bentonite we consider as a binder agent. 20% by weight of your water. We mixed in a bowl, thoroughly mixed inside a bowl, put it inside a mold. What shape you exactly want this product? Maybe you in a cylindrical or rectangular one. Then hammered it to bring the compactness. Kept inside a furnace ranging temperature between 600 to 650 degrees centigrade for 30 minutes. And the right side you can see I'm holding a filter cartridge with sufficient number of porosity. You will surprise one company student motivated company here at Bhubaneswar, with joint association with IIT Bhubaneswar and DST. They started manufacturing, fabricating zeolite based water filter cartridge at cost of 15 rupees. Nowadays you can find in market. Many more companies are coming with their innovative product water filtration mechanisms with your laser treatment, charcoal treatment, carbon treatment at cost of 2000, 3000 rupees. Right? With respect to that, if suppose you think about the ordinary society, general society, people living in rural villages, they can't afford a product cost of 16,000 rupees required for water purifications, drinking water purpose. So I think this will be a best to best innovation for recycle and reuse of industrial waste. For this innovation, we filed one Australian patent, we granted it, and Indian research copyright, we granted it. Next. A novel IoT-based sustainable stubble burner for cooking purpose. We named it eCleora, EcoClean Fuel Apparatus. My friend is there, Dr. Jolly. She is an expert and a scientist, agri-tech scientist. Here in India, more than 350 million tons of agricultural waste we are generating. Right? What exactly we are doing? We are burning in farm itself, or we are throwing it outside. When we are burning gases, right? Polluting our environment. And the byproducts are reducing the productivity or yield of the farming lands. So why not you utilize this, what is that called, your byproducts or your farming waste, right, into green, clean fuels that will be helpful for the cooking purpose. You come to next slide, please. Here you can find, come to next slide, please. Yes. Here you can find using one 3-stage ultra filtration using HEPA filters, air pumps, one container, one water sealed hopper, automatic fly ash retrieving systems. We can generate, right, clean fuel, gases for cooking purpose. What exactly we are doing here? We are putting all the farming waste inside this chamber. With less percentage of oxygen, we are burning it. Whatever unburned gases are producing, we are filter using 3-stage HEPA filters, using one air pump. And here you can find number one burner is fitted on the right side. You can fire it and you can utilize for the cooking purpose. Digital display with the MCU models, we attach to integrate IoT, Internet of Things, so that you can understand the percentage of temperature, not percentage, the temperature we are producing exactly, and to understand the percentage of different type of gases, we can integrate different type of sensors also. For this innovation, we filed one patent where we got the examinations. Come to the next slide, please. IoT-based sustainable incinerator for biomedical and pharmaceutical waste. Dr. Tarun sir from MVN University, one professor there, actually earlier he derived this innovation. That innovation was for recycling or management of medical and biomedical wastes, pharmaceutical wastes. You must heard about medicinal Baba. He is moving around, Delhi. collecting old medicines, recycling it. So using solar furnace, we designed one solar furnace with one reflector, coagulators. For IoT integration, we implemented few circuits and electronic devices so that biomedical and pharmaceutical wastage, I'll share the document if you want. You can share all the participants. I'll share all the, patent drafts with you. I'll be very happy if students and faculty together will go through, right? So come to the next slide, please. Here you can find the design. Before going to any patent drafts, you have to design the diagrams, skeleton diagrams, and need to demonstrate 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. Now you need to demonstrate properly. And very briefly, you justify and mention its specification. The difficulties in integration, compactable integrations. For example, you are using a solar panel. Right choice of solar battery with inverter, with solar panel required. For example, you are using 24 solar battery, right? Same kind of your inverter you need to choose, and same kind of battery, your solar panel also you need to choose. That is called compactability. And when you are defining the claims of the innovation, you're supposed to be very particular what sort of technologies, what sort of components with their complete specification required to bring the innovations together. You need to write it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. Now you have to write properly. This particular device we utilize to develop this innovation. This particular technology is helpful for this purpose. This is the objective. This is the outcome. Like this, minimum 10 numbers of claims required to define your innovation for the examination purpose. Without examination, there is no patent grant. First examination report that contain number of queries regarding your patent, abstract, working principle, and drafts, design drafts. Come to the next patent. Next slide, please. Here you can find the IoT integrations for this innovative product eCLORA solar furnace with one relay. We integrated with heat flux sensors. What smart artificial intelligence based mobile app with Node MCU and one LCD display with 16 into 2 centimeters to understand the temperature inside the furnace. Earlier it was a direct electric plug-in device. Later we changed to bring the sustainability approach and avoidance of air pollutions, right? We try to manage with HEPA filters, number one. Instead of direct electric plug-in and electric heater, we replace with one solar furnace. It's an ancient idea, solar furnace. You can produce a temperature of 6,000 degrees centigrade using electric furnace. You can melt metal. If you talk about electric furnace, you can melt metal even. You can search over internet or Google it, or you can search over YouTube also. You can find some beautiful videos and very interesting solar furnace concept. Next. Here the flow chart we prepared. You can zoom it and you can read all the inventive steps. Patent depends on inventive steps. Patent grants. Today I granted 2 patents. One is your 3D printed human skull implants using titanium. I'm a 3D printing expert. We formulated 3 more ideas in 3D printing. One is your biodegradable time-dependent filament using seaweed. Seaweed is a sea plant, right? So using fermentations hydrolysis and polylactic acid fermentation method, we can able to manufacture, it's ideation now, you can manufacture complete biodegradable filament is not possible. Time dependent, time decays type your biodegradable filaments, number one. Second innovation in 3D printing is, it's a prosthetic leg for disabled one, metallic prosthetic leg. Third invention is one skull, artificial skull. Suppose you are facing any injuries, road accident. Unfortunately, skull hemorrhage, brain hemorrhage is there, or skull breakage is there. Using scanning, you can get its design, proper shape of the design. Using CATIA V6, you can design and transfer into STL format. And titanium is the best suited, means choice material for the 3D printing. You can print it and you can implant. So for this we arrange a grant. Second grant we received today, it's all about your IoT based machine, one digital fertilizer machine. Third patent we granted today, it's all about deep learning based easy detection of your thyroidisms. Next.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir. Sir, sorry to interrupt you. Your voice is cracking actually. I think due to the internet issues.
Okay, let me check. Next. Socio-economical smart IoT based traffic management system. Problem statement is, Government of India investing more than 300 crore rupees every year for traffic management, right? And so far, you can find 70 to 75%. It's a research review. Manual traffic system is there. Still here in India, before 1 month back, I visited New Delhi. Rajiv Chowk is regarded as the best, developed and posh area of New Delhi. Still there you can find there is no such kind of arrangement from roadways. No electric harvesting system so far implemented here in India. You can visit Korea. You can visit Japan. At least 20 to 25% their roadways, they're utilizing for energy harvesting systems. Still here in India, you can find electrified, direct electric plug-in digital display on roadways. Smart TVs you can see on roadways. All are direct use of electricity. Traffic, if you talk about traffic, right? Seen in a block level, district level, small township areas, even in metros, you can find some places, not all places, some places. You can find traffic policemen. So how to easy avoidance of such kind of difficulties and rich expenses? Government of India investing every year. So this innovation is called socio-economical smart IoT based traffic management system. Come to the next slide, please. Here you can find the block diagram. Using ultrasonic sensor, node MCUs, cloud ThingSpeak. It's a buzzer, you can say. If suppose with unintentional movement during the vehicle crossings, right, it will buzz a siren. Wi-Fi modules, LCD displays with one buzzer. We developed this innovation, filed one patent for the same. Next. Here you can find the flowchart. Please zoom it. Come to next slide, please. Next. 3D printing of cost-effective, yes, thank you. 3D printing of cost-effective human skull models and skull implants. Come to next. Here you can find the flowchart. I can describe you. Suppose one person suffering from, brain hemorrhage or skull breakage. So here you can find the flowchart, patient medical record. Then you go for the identification of skull and skull defects. Then go for the CT scanning. You can produce the image processing and evaluations. So accordingly, you can prepare your designs using CAD/CAM, CATIA V6 or SolidWorks, right? Creating image implants. After making any design, you're supposed to go for simulations, ANSYS simulations, or any kind of design validations process. Then convert that design to a STL format. You can choose a 3D printing. Plastic printing is, completely not suitable for this purpose. So you can go for metallic printing. If you talk about plastic printing, these are the varieties are printing, 3D printing, these are the varieties are available. FDM type, SLA type, SLM, LBM, SLS. For FDM, we are using PLA, polylactic acid. Right? So for 3D printing, metal printing, we are using titanium. Here nearby one place is CTTC Bhubaneswar, Central Tool Room Training Center. The machine is very costly actually. Price ranging between 2.5 crore rupees to 5 crore rupees. Most of NITs and IITs holding one 3D printing 3D metal printing. It's a good research opportunities also. Then go for the selection of appropriate raw materials. It's non-corrosive. It's required. Nowadays you can find 3D printing stents. Those people are suffering from, cancer, esophagus line shots. That can also replace using 3D printing stents. Then skull models, import models, then manufacturing and surgery of, skull implants. So for this process, we filed one patent, Australian patent. Next. Here you can see, please zoom the picture. This work is done by one Andhra guy, second year mechanical guy, Dr. Alluri Manoja. Next. Fabrication of portable device for easy detection on newborn ringworms using deep learning. Nowadays, if you talk about artificial intelligence, image processing plays a vital role there. Through image processing, direct surveillance, it will be helpful for artificial intelligence, you can say. High camera resolutions required before making for detection for healthcare detection also you can implement this deep learning using Python program models. You can arrange one easy identifications, or you can prepare the indexing with the taken picture with respect to picture, similar type of picture stored in your computer. With similarity in the index, you can margin it with percentage of similarity, and you can declare later. So for this innovation, Dr. Mayuri Mehta from Sarvajanik College of Engineering, Gujarat, she helped me a lot. We collected more than 600 sample images. Come to next slide, please. Next. So for this innovation, we filed a patent. Next. Sustainable manufacturing process of eco-friendly 3D printing filament. As I told you that using your polylactic acid fermentations and hydrolysis, we prepared one ideations for time dependent your biodegradable filament from seaweeds. This is the block diagram for the same. Come to next. We are plan to file a patent for the same also. Next. Digital iron removal filter for bore wells. It's a patent I filed at 5.1. Come to its design, please. Next slide. The 4-stage filtration method with a digital display with sensor integration to understand the percentage of iron for drinkable water. This is the common problem at hilly areas. My institute is surrounded by 7 number of mountains. Here also you can find a rich percentage of iron, right? So it's a test rig actually, using one sensor based digital display with 4-stage different layers of organic layers, grades of sand. We prepared this innovation and filed the patent for the same. Next. This is very interesting. Machine learning based automated guided self-sustaining hybrid e-vehicle. Now government promoting. Hope so Government of India will give subsidy for electric vehicle. Nowadays you can find in my cities also 5 to 10% young generation, they start believing on electric vehicles. Very recently here at my institute, final year mechanical student, we designed and fabricated one electrical vehicles also. The problem statement is still we are completely dependent on direct plugins. We need to charge the battery to run the vehicle. So for this, with this innovation, I am coming with the concept regenerative, number 1. Number 2, auto charging of batteries. And how come it? How we formulated this design? I think you all student and faculty participating in this webinar must aware about DC generator. DC generator comprised of 2 parts. One is core, one is casing. When it will rotate, flux exchanges will be there and electricity or power will generate. Now what exactly we did? Through this ideation, we fitted 2 batteries together with the vehicle. First battery will run the vehicle, by virtue of which the front axle will rotate. Our assumption is the DC generator is an integral part of front axle of electrical vehicle. When front axle will rotate, power will generate and it will charge the secondary battery. Concept there, the total energy of the system supposed to be constant, conservation of energy. But through this experimentation, we started one experiment here at electrical department under guidance of Professor S.S. Pati sir and lab assistant Dr. Dhalo Saman sir, the HOD of department and associate professor. We formulated the output generated from electrical vehicle with the 2 sets of battery fittings not less than 1.25% of total input given to the machine. I can share the details of the mathematical expressions, derivations we formulated with respect to number of turns required, torque required, power required. Ultimately, we concluded that to output, if suppose you are arranging some lightweight easy generation, power generation systems, like DC generator is integral part of front axle of electrical vehicle, the output must be not less than 1.25% of total input giving to the machine or to the systems. Conservation of energy said input equal to output. Not 100% output with some losses. Minimize that loss. Neglect that loss. Instead of that also, if you are arranging these mechanisms, due to flux exchange, the generative powers sufficient, more than sufficient. Now, if nowadays even if you can increase 2% of efficiency of electrical, this is the biggest achievement. Now, whole sector, whole funding agencies, ministries, all are putting effort based. How come we can promote electric vehicle, hydrogen vehicles? That will be replacement of days will come, petrol and diesels. It will vanish. The rate we are consuming. Ultimately, we have to depend on the renewable source of energy, solar, wind, tidal, or any kind of suitable mechanisms. Innovation not means you will inventing any new ideas. It may be any kind of renovations also, any kind of sustainable modification or new approach. You can say if you are any management guy attending this webinar, they must find it's very interesting. Any kind of new approach, customer satisfaction also called as innovation. With respect to its aesthetics, you can say cost reduction. The best to best practice of research is cost reduction. How come you reduce at least 1% if you are through your intellect, you can reduce the cost of product. Means research not means to publish paper only. Research, the ultimate aim of the research, how through scientific validation, how through experimentation, you come like a innovation product development that will helpful for the society. You can say innovation is the ultimate of all kind of research. When you are coming with any venting idea, day before yesterday, one guy from City Institute, Jalandhar, he came with a particular idea, one IoT based solar assisted intelligent cooker, or you can say intelligent chula, right? Her problem statement was, sir, we are finding difficulties because we are working ladies, we are not giving sufficient time for cooking, sometime family constraint, sometime official constraint, sometime research constraint, sometime we need to prepare lectures, right? So difficulties, I am not able to control the total, the process, cooking process exactly, as we are coming under scientific groups, right? We are using cookers, we are using, inductions, pressure cookers, timely operated things, but still few difficulties. Why not we come with a intellect chula for milk, especially given one example of milk. The boiling temperature, simming temperature is 90 degrees centigrade. You can implement remote assistance like your TV and a refrigerator you are using. You can use one remote control for your chula. You can start and you can stop sitting at your lobby. Watching a movie, you can stop your cooking. You can start the cooking. You can fix the temperature required for a particular kind of cooking. For example, milk, 90 degree required. You are using press having 6 different modes. For silk, 60 degree. For cotton, more than 100 degree. For synthetic, some different temperature is mounted there. Similarly, you can put the exact temperature required for the, simming, boiling, cooking purpose. Automatic temperature control sensor will be there. When it will exceed, it will auto cut will be there. So there will be no chance of accident, hazards, or burning of your vegetables or cookings. It can be a good idea. Next. Self-cleaning and germ cleaning revolving public toilet for COVID-19. For this innovation, we arrange a patent grant. Next. Sustainable greenhouse for crops and drying of herbal medicinal plants. Actually, it's raining outside. May some difficulties there in network. Next. Arogya Odisha, empowering telemedicine. It's a mobile app, you can say, helpful for empowering telemedicine, long distance health monitoring system, promoting your health education, connecting doctor and patient together for health consulting. At one, my friend is fortunately his name also surname is Parul, right? That guy helped me to develop this mobile app. At single click, you can generate 3 one document that will be sent automatically to the patient, to the administrator, to the doctor. There will be choices. You can choose your doctor with their respective available timing. We implemented this innovation at Bhubaneswar. Exactly, if you want, I will share this mobile app skeletal structures with you. More than 73 PG students, 12 number of MBBS, and 43 number of doctors, social activity doctors connected this mobile app. We arrange one Indian resource copyright for the same. Next. Robotic automated patient carrier for operation theatre. For this innovation, we implemented one easy lifting stretcher mechanisms like your screw jack you are using. All mechanical guys must aware about it. One digital display with 12 number of nodes, sensor nodes for understanding patient conditionings. One IR sensor, obstacle finder. If suppose in between some person coming, it's automatic stretcher. Say room number 6 to room number 11, you need to move the patient without interrupt of any skilled labor, or you can say attendant, right? Automatically it will move the patient from here to there. IR sensor, so automatically it can change its ways. Automated guided vehicle mechanisms, it can be AGV with your sensor integration of strips or magnetic strips rolls you can utilize to develop the AGV mechanisms. Cost of only 1,500 rupees. You can find the details from, India Mart or Flipkart somewhere. This is the best practice for students. It is a playing games. Automated guided vehicle mechanisms. Next, for this we filed one patent, we granted it. Next. I think we are running short of time. We can take some questions.
Sir, the student will send the question to me. I will directly mail the questions, and by that way we can communicate with them.
Okay, it's already 4 o'clock, ma'am.
Okay. So, have you finished the presentation?
No, actually, it will take 2 more hours. It's a long presentation, actually. We can find out.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So, thank you so much, sir. We were honored to have your presence at Parul University, sir. Thank you so much for enlightening and motivating the participants about the research and innovations. Nowadays, it's a need. And I would also like to thank management, Dean Madam, Dr. Unnati Joshi, Principal Sir, Dr. Vipul Vekaria, and Head of the Department, Professor Imran Molvi, sir, to provide a platform to organize such kind of webinar. So thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thank you so much, sir.